What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're talking about the VTuber Kirsche, who has a cancellation campaign that is currently in effect, and many people are trying to end her career because they don't agree with something that she didn't even say. That's right, because of the headlines, because of the lying media out there, and then you have mentally ill people who don't actually do any research, but they decide to get emotionally invested in a lie because they're too damn lazy to do any research. And now Kirsche is being dropped by sponsors and companies that she's been involved with, but it won't matter because the people will rally around her, just like the people rally around your favorite content creator. And now the company, the said company that is attempted to cancel her, is actually getting some massive blowback. A month into a life ruination campaign started by people that hate me, and during a pre-planned vacation where communication and access to my home and resources were minimal, in-game studios, devs of Crime Boss, I think it's Rocky City, a game I loved and heavily promoted since its release in 2023, dropped their relationship with me. Now, why did they drop this relationship with me? Because of anonymous post Reddit users who admit that they don't even watch Kirsche, people who lie by omission, people that straw man. This is your typical social media nut job, pronouns in bio, all of these nut jobs. This company is not experiencing cancel culture. My audience were paying customers who are voting with their voice and their wallet after a company makes an astronomically poor decision they disagree with. They are not review bombs. These are not people who don't own the game brigading. In-game are expecting what happens when you capitulate to cancel culture. These two things are not the same. It's incredibly obvious and everyone knows it. You people held this power to ruin others reputationally and financially for years, and we are now standing up for ourselves. F you, F cancel culture, and F the Darvo that happens when anyone decides to defend themselves. You reap what you sow. And right here, cancel culture has eroded in meaning. Instead of being the attempt to deplatform a creator or significantly harm their public image, often justifiably or unjustly, it now seems how it somehow means a single company choosing not to associate their brand with you after hearing your insane beliefs. Fuck you. And I specifically wore this shirt to piss off the pronouns and bio crowd that might be watching this video, because I know how triggered they will get by me wearing a Make America Great Again hoodie. And I hope that it upsets you. I hope you're crying your eyes out right now. I hope that it is triggering you so hard that you're pressing extra hard on the keyboard so that you can talk about how mean I am. Now, Asmongold actually talked about this, and he is 100% right.
That advertisers need to realize, and this is what I think that we need to do collectively as like as a community, like not just me, but like in general, is that we need to come together and just absolutely totally, like, if somebody gets taken off of a sponsor because of like something bad that they said, and it's not really bad, it's just like taken out of context, I think that we should absolutely shit on them. Like 100% we should.
Yes.
Because there needs to be a awareness that this type of behavior isn't acceptable in the public anymore. And I think that it's not. And yeah, we need to cancel culture. Yes, and the way that you do that, by the way, like Amber Heard. So I think a really great example of this is like Bud Light. And it's also a lot of gaming companies. Gaming companies now are terrified to do anything because they're worried that people like me might make a video about it and they might totally shit on the game and destroy the game's popularity. I want to say that good. Absolutely. We want you afraid. We want you to not feel like you can do this kind of stuff. And I will continue to use this power as a weapon against the people who have weaponized it against me.
And we are seeing that right now. Here is the reviews for Crime Boss since they canceled Kirsche. And you see the negative reviews that have increased, and you get what you deserve. Let's let Asmon finish right here.
And so this is what I will continue to do. I think these people are absolute fucking parasites. They are awful people. And also, beyond everything, they are dishonest. They are lying and they are dishonest. and they're trying to force people into behavior. Concord put the fear of God in them. Yes, exactly. And so whenever any of these things happen and somebody loses a sponsor or they like support somebody like this, I think you should absolutely shit on them as much as you possibly can to make advertisers terrified of making these decisions again.
Crush them, destroy them. If this is how they want to act, this is the fuck around, find out culture right here.
And I think that if you do that, you can stop it from happening. Because keep in mind that the advertisers do not actually care about any of these social issues. They do not care about trans people. They do not care about non-binary people. They do not care about anybody except for money. That's it. And so that's really what I think.
And that article that he's reading from Sportskeeda, that is the article that got all of this started, and it's a lie. Here's the clip of what Kirsche actually said about Shiloh Hendricks.
The fact that you can raise money for calling a 5-year-old the N-word is insane. Hope they shut down her campaign. They shouldn't. They didn't shut down Carmelo Anthony's campaign. So getting mad at this just outs you as like a very hypocritical person. No racism, no hate. No racism, no hate. Unless it's against white people, I guess. Instead of donating to a trailer trash racist, you can donate to me instead. What a little weasel. What a little weasel freak, actually. How in the name of Baby Moses on Fire did we go from the loving society of the 90s to the fucking mess in 2025? That's some chutzpah. A lot of people are just like unfollowed. That's an unfollow for me. Bostonian guy said, oh no, what am I going to do without followers that think it's okay to call a 5-year-old the N-word? I don't think most people think it's okay. I think there are a lot of people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like the whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love, like the Carmelo Anthony. There's just a lot of people tired of the two-tier justice system, and they start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. That doesn't make it okay, but it's like, that's just kind of the consequence of where we're at now, unfortunately. And there are some people who are like accelerationists that are like, the pendulum is going to swing back so far it's going to break off. And I hope that's not true. I don't want to see that happening. I don't like seeing this kind of like violence towards other people. Like, not that words are violence, right? But there are people advocating for violence on both sides. And I don't like seeing that.
Now, if you don't know the story with Shiloh Hendricks, she was at a park with her son. There was apparently a black child that was trying to steal from her son. She reportedly called the black child, an N-word. We didn't actually hear this on the video that was released, but there was some creepy guy that was also in the park that apparently didn't have kids, but this creepy guy starts to film her. Nowhere in the picture were the child's parents, by the way. So this guy was claiming, oh, you called this child that. I'm going to make you famous. I'm going to post this to the internet. We'll see what they think. So this guy posted it to the internet. She went mega viral, and she was getting doxxed and harassed by all of these freaks. So she started a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe, last I checked, had like $700,000. And it created this huge discussion because a few weeks ago, prior to this incident happening, you had a situation where a black kid at a school stabbed a white kid. That black kid then had a GoFundMe started, and he raised over $500,000, and it was just a big shit show. So a lot of people felt like this was maybe a response to that. And it's created a wild discussion. Now, I heard like Matt Walsh was saying when he was talking about the Shiloh Hendricks situation, and he said, cancel culture is over. We've canceled cancel culture, and I just don't believe that at this point in time. I would love for that to be true, but we still have companies like, this company with Kirsche that will absolutely cancel you because some fucking furry weirdo on Reddit or Twitter with pronouns in bio says something and they are fake offended. Like, look at this one right here. Kirsche collabing with Razor Fist, a man who defended the Confederacy, his allegations of dating a minor, is an extremely vocal apologist for Bill Cosby and other men accused of sexual assault. Kirsche actively emulates his aesthetic, showing that she's a genuine fan of him. My God, dude. Like, These people are psychos, completely mentally broken. And they're allowed to have their opinions. But when you start giving them power, when all of their power is based on mental problems that they have because they don't understand the real world, then you need to be checked. And that's exactly what has happened in this situation. So big shout out to Kirsche. This has only helped her and her following. She's only getting bigger because of this. Her audience has rallied around her. And that's exactly what is so beautiful about today's independent media. It is decentralized from that perspective. You, the audience, control the creators and how much power they have. If you support them, if you believe in them, then continue to support them, because we can't rely on sponsors. This is why I've never been sponsor heavy with Geeks and Gamers. The people have supported us, and I'm so thankful for the people that allow me and us to do what we do. And big shout out to Kirsche's audience for standing by her. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.